Hello YouTube, and welcome to Soundtrack Review. I am your humble host, Rube Knight. In this video I will be reviewing the Halo 4 original soundtrack, composed by Neil Davidge and released in October of 2012. Since this is a mini-review, I will be breaking from the track-by-track routine of my first review and merely scratching the surface. Since I have no expertise or avid interest in most video games, I will simply be reviewing the music itself, since tying it to the game would be difficult without proper experience. Therefore, my suggestion is to listen to the music for yourself to dig deeper, but enough of that. On to the review. The first Halo soundtrack was released following its parent medium, the first of the Halo games, which at that time went by the name Combat Evolved. Halo Combat Evolved set the tone for the next 5 sequels: Halos 2, Three, Wars, ODST, and Reach. Whose scores were the work principally of Martin O'Donnell and secondly of Michael Salvatore. Indeed, these scores were provocative for their time. However, when Bungie left Microsoft's company to pursue other dreams, 343 Industries was left with quite the boots to fill in making Halo 4. This was when Neil Davidge came to the stage. His ideas of making the score resonate with the game's audience of almost 8 years gave him the inspiration he needed to amp the tone of the music of Halo. The sound itself is almost as harsh and loud as a rock concert, but Neil subdues and controls it through his use of familiar tones one can hear from O'Donnell and Salvatore's scores. In Awakening, the opener, we hear all the familiar Halo themes, given just a slight re-edit from their original usage. This is quickly subdued, however, as we hear new themes take the place of the old, with only lingering remains of those familiar, haunting tones lurking in the background. The soundtrack follows this scheme. We start with something that seems familiar, but are hit by a rhythm transformed from that of O'Donnell and Salvatore's initial palette. This is how Davidge worked, by transforming the score of Halo so dramatically, and risking a complete break from the familiarity from game to game that the fans surely appreciated. He brought new life to the scores, and modernized them somewhat. His action-packed scores infused electronic rhythms untouched by the original composers, into familiar visuals, all while keeping the gamer actively engaging with the story behind the game. In many ways, this could be called an improvement, but it begs the question of where can such transformation still be called transformation, and not something entirely new? Thanks for tuning into the review, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, please press the like button, put in the comments what soundtrack we should visit next, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more updates about soundtrack review and other videos. Until next time, this is Rube Knight for Soundtrack Review.